do we go to with the sauce? What do I mean by that? Ottar, one of my, if not my favorite characters in Danmachi. And I want to talk about him right now. I want to go into it. I want to explain it. He's a cool dude, and I think he doesn't get enough respect in the community. I mean, he gets a lot of respect just because he's a level 7 and a beast. But I think he needs even more because he's underrated as shit. And maybe, just maybe, I'm tripping because Freya is hot. I'm like, yes, Freya is hot. And what of it? Ottar is still a beast. So that's it. I've given you my bias. So let's hop into this. So let's just jump into it. Just talk about Ottar. Well, first of all, Ottar is a monster. And not like an actual monster. I'm just talking about his strength. Man's a level 7. Man's the peak of level 7. The strongest adventurer in Oraria. Arguably stronger than Eyes even when she's using Avenger. Which is kind of insane if you write Sword Artoria. You know, that shit's basically better than Haruhime's level up spell. And Ottar still stronger than that. Yeah, basically every feat we've seen any adventurer do, Ottar is just better. Eyes beating the floor boss, easy. Ottar claps that man. Bell doing literally anything, including beating the Juggernaut, easy. Ottar is stronger than someone who could beat the Juggernaut that spawned on the 70th floor. So yeah, my man's a beast. So, not taking into account his strength, Ottar's character is, while not fully realized, insane. Like, my man has a ton of potential to effortlessly be the best character in this series, which right now I would probably consider Ryu to be the best, which I don't think anyone after reading volumes 12 to 14 would probably disagree with. But like, Ottar has been set up extremely well to like develop, be an insane character. So yeah, first I think I'll talk about Estrella Record, which if you've seen my video on it, which you should check out, I think Estrella Record is the best single story that Danmachi has currently written. Now, it's not by a massive mojo, but I think that story is fantastic. And again, it includes Ryu and Ottar. So the top 2 characters potentially in the future, Ryu just objectively being at least the top 5, Ottar could be. But that story really expands on him, you know, kind of breaks him down in a lot of ways. Like, it shows off Ottar kind of at the lowest we'll probably ever see him. Potentially, obviously, that's not including if he is actually beaten in the current story. But Ottar is a level 6, gets his ass beat by Zoe, like absolutely obliterated, and he goes on a rampage, cursing his own strength, view himself as worthless, just killing everything that is a member of Evilus. And then after fighting his own familia for an entire day and maxing out his status, finally regains the will to fight Zoe. And in the fateful encounter, Ottar puts in work and is still getting his ass beat. Like, I mean, Zord is almost convinced that he has that fight in the bag. But Ottar, after resolving himself to defend Freya and defend all of Oraria, manages to push past that. And when he finally accepts that he has to become a hero, manages to overcome Zoro and win a fight that he himself believed he could not win ever. Like, even during this fight, Ottar internally monologue about how he's just completely inferior to Zoro. But he pushes through anyway. He has that perseverance that's needed to become strong in the world of Danmachi. Which, I don't want to insult Ryu's character, Ottar went through a lot in his time. Maybe you can argue not as much as Ryu, but my man knows what it's like to lose everything. And he still, at the end of the day, pushed through purely 1 out of love of his goddess and 2 out of his desire to become strong, which is insane. And of course, in the main series and Sword Artoria, Ottar has been nothing but a beast. My man just dabs on everyone he fights. Asterios, who fought the entire Freya familia, was like, damn, this man's too much. And again, Ottar, if you are asking him, probably should have killed Asterios, but he let Asterios through because he wants Bell to become stronger. Which, I know it's for his goddess, but you can imagine that someone like Ottar, who's gone through a lot to become strong, can only respect Bell for literally overcoming every challenge that has been placed before him, even challenges that would be impossible for anyone else to do. So obviously, in my mind, Ottar actually has a massive amount of respect for Bell for 1, overcoming weakness, and 2, living up to the expectation and even exceeding the expectations of his god. Not only this, but Ottar is also completely willing to train other adventurers to become stronger, like when he trained Eyes in volume 11 of Sword Artoria, which, you know, he didn't have to do. But he was like, you know what, I'm gonna just do it. I know Freya kind of gave go ahead and was like, yo, Eyes, can I get a favor from you? Eyes was like, yeah, but like, you know, Ottar still did it. Like, that doesn't take away the fact that he did it. And also, in the Freya Chronicle novel, Ottar shows a lot more restraint with his strength than any of his other familiar. Like, I mean, if you read the like battle at the end of that, all of his other familiar members are just like, oh, we'll just kill everyone. It's the easiest thing to do. And then Ottar, being different than all of them, being more mature and responsible with his strength, he only kills who he needs to. And after killing the gigantic gigantic monster just lets them all run away. This clearly isn't a man who misuses his strength. He uses the exact amount required, which is rather impressive considering we know, especially from people like Bait and a lot of the Freya familia, that strong adventurers tend to look down on those weaker. But Ottar, despite being the strongest, doesn't. He in fact compliments the enemy general for having the intelligence to retreat from a battle he can win, hoping that this general will grow from this experience. This is not the attitude of a man who is fearful of being surpassed or having strong people around. In addition to this, during the Ishtar, Ottar takes the time to look after Mikoto. Again, not something he needed to do, but he did it anyway. You know, obviously Ottar is going to treat this person that risked everything to save their friend well, unlike all the other members of his familia who were like, why are you even wasting your time? Just leave her. But Ottar's like, nah, fuck you mean. So yeah, clearly Ottar's a beast, and clearly his character is far deeper than just the strongest. So that's why I'm so excited to see how his character develops, especially in the Freya arc. Like already we've seen him kind of go against Freya's will in a way by helping Horn out with her plan to like win Belle's affection. Obviously at the end of that novel, volume 16, he still listens to Freya when she asks him to attack the Hestia familia basically, but at least he does take a second to ask her if this is truly what she wants. So even if he is completely loyal to Freya, he still has her best interest at heart, not just I'm going to obey her no matter what. I'm going to look after her in all ways, even mental, physical, emotional, everything. And so I, as an Ottar simp, can only wait and see if Ottar or if Omori can truly realize this character's potential. And I think he can. I think Omori has proven by now that he's capable of writing good, in-depth characters. I think any Danmachi fan who's read the light novels knows that his writing has only become better as he's gone on. And I know that it's kind of a big meme that he's writing Restoria now, and it's just not touched Danmachi in over a year, but I think we should still have faith. I mean, my man's going to write Anniversary 5 of Dan Memo before he probably writes the Volume 18, but we don't know what that's going to be about yet. Maybe it's going to have Ottar in it, maybe it isn't. But whatever it is, it's going to be something to look out for, and I'll probably take a look at it. I'll probably review each section and then send it along. But yeah, that's about it. Ottar is my boy, and if you feel the same way, just give him some love. Take a minute and give him some love. But other than that, y'all be good people.